Thank you very much for joining on time, guys. Good evening to all of you. I hope you all had a wonderful start in the week. It's Monday. If not, yeah, life is tough. Let's see if the next 1.5 hours can be something that you like about this Monday. You have seen the agenda. Let's very quickly go through the agenda one more time. There are just two topics for agenda, as you know. In the first session, like the third session, we will cover the topic that is called as Infinitiv Mitsu. Basically, in A2, you in A1 and A2, you learned to use certain conjunctions, right? So you learn to say I am going to German class. I want to learn German, therefore I am going to German class. I want to become healthier, therefore I am training every day. So you learn these conjunctions, right? Then you also learned how to say zu. You don't have to say ich gehe ins Fitnessstudio. Also ich will gesunder werden. I want to become healthier. Deswegen gehe ich ins Fitnessstudio, right? You write two sentences. You can just say it in one sentence. Ich gehe ins Fitnessstudio, gesunder zu werden, right? So you can also say. We'll just expand on that topic. So it's not like there's nothing new. So you should already know something about Su. If not, we will cover from whatever we could from A2 top A2 session as well. And of course, we will learn new words in the today's next session. Those who are joining for the first time, feel free to interrupt at any point of time. Okay, I don't mind being interrupted. Ask any kind of questions that you think you want to ask. Believe me, I have asked very dumb questions in my life. I will. All your questions are better than mine, I believe. Okay, let's start. So, just a disclaimer, guys, if anyone is preparing for an exam, do not entirely depend on these sessions. If I have to really help you with the exam, or anybody else wants to help you with the exam, I need at least 160 hours. And I'm spending only 24 hours with you over here. So, 160 hours, 24 hours. Preparing for the exam, take some other help. Or, what I'm saying, do not depend entirely on these sessions. Of course, you learn all the grammar, you will learn relevant vocabulary, but practice is what is you should do. How do you do it? Think about it. Okay. Anyone in the session feels like helping me? There are three sentences. I mean, like there are actually four sentences or more than that, but there are three sets of sentences. I want to say these things in German. So at least the first two you should be able to say. Even the third one also you should be able to say in German. So anyone who wants to help me with this, please raise your hand. Like not physically, but you can like raise your virtual hand. So and please tell me how do I say these things in German. The sessions work best if they're interactive. The Arvind, yeah, you can if you want to. I see you raise your hand.
Yeah, first one, let me try. Ich want to have means like ich muss mir Job Möglichkeit werden. Deshalb lerne ich Deutsch.
Okay. So want to is I mean so like it's not muss, it's a wish, right? So there are six modal verben.
Yeah,
Right. So
actually
there is
to have no, like I want to have.
uh,
Ah,
yeah.
okay,
So
yeah.
yeah.
Ich
So
will, ich
ich
will.
will, ich will,
Yeah,
right? So ich will blah blah haben, right? Ich will
yeah,
blah blah haben. What is that blah blah? Job opportunities.
yeah.
What is job opportunity or what is just opportunity in German?
Opportunities Möglichkeit
Yes, just combine. And what is job in German?
stellen, stellen.
We have one more word, like uh, one more, starting with A.
Arbeit,
Yes, combine Arbeit and Möglichkeiten, please.
Arbeit Möglichkeiten.
Yes, when you combine two nouns in German, you'll learn this in higher levels. But like normally, if there are many ways to do it, but sometimes you have to add the alphabet S. It's not English, like
Yeah, yeah, Arbeitsmöglichkeit.
Arbeitsmöglichkeiten. And but you want to say more. How do you say more?
Mehr.
Mehr, right? So the entire sentence becomes, please, one more time.
So ich will mehr Arbeitsmöglichkeiten. Deshalb lerne
Um,
ich Deutsch.
One second, Adam, please mute yourself. Please mute yourself, everyone. Let me see if I can do it. Great, I can do it. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, yeah, Arvind, sorry, one more time. The entire sentence, please.
Ja, ich will mehr Arbeitsmöglichkeiten werden. Like haben,
Not werden, haben. Yeah.
haben. Deshalb lerne ich Deutsch.
Very good. Deshalb, deswegen, daher, all these things you can say. Second sentence, please.
I'm learning German. Ich lerne Deutsch.
Very good.
So das, so das, so dass ich mehr Arbeitsmöglichkeiten äh, bekomme.
Become, right? Not become, become.
Ja,
Only
bekomme.
when you use modal verb, the other verb, you don't have to conjugate. But here
Yeah,
you are not. So, mehr, okay. For some reason, maybe it's something, you should say mehr. And I think you are saying mehr, mehr.
yeah,
Yeah,
mehr,
mehr. Yeah.
mehr.
So, very good. Let's try the third one.
Ich lerne Deutsch, äh, um mehr Arbeitsmöglichkeiten bekomme.
Yeah.
Zu bekommen.
Yeah. So, one more time, the entire sentence, please.
Ich lerne Deutsch, um mehr Arbeitsmöglichkeiten zu bekommen.
Very good. I mean, that means you did pay attention in your A2 sessions. Let's continue. Very good. So, here can you just, Arvind, so you read the sentences, right? But this is not how you speak, right? When you speak in English, you don't take that many pauses, right? I assume,
Yeah,
right?
actually, like I'm making up my sentences
Yeah.
and then I'm translating. So I
That
think,
is understood. But now, okay, let's say if you are, I don't know, like negotiating your salary increase with your boss, or I don't know, like whichever, let's say you are fighting on the street with someone, you have to speak in German. There, you have to speak as if
ah,
it's, so now that you have made the sentence in your head, they are also in front of your eyes. This time, read as if the way you talk in English or your mother tongue.
yeah. Ich will mehr Arbeitsmöglichkeiten haben, deswegen lerne ich Deutsch.
Continue, please.
Ich lerne Deutsch, damit ich mehr Arbeitsmöglichkeiten bekomme oder habe. Ich
Continue.
lerne Deutsch, um mehr Arbeitsmöglichkeiten zu bekommen.
Okay, thank you. So you saw, right? All these three sentences, you are just saying the same thing. It's just that here you are using deswegen, here you are using damit, and here you did not use any conjunctions. One more thing, if you notice, like, here the first one, the first sentence had a subject, the second sentence also had a subject. The second one as well, the first, there were two subjects, like each of the sentences had subjects, their individual subjects. Uh, in this one, ich lerne Deutsch, mehr Arbeitsmöglichkeiten zu bekommen. The second one does not have a sentence, right? Also, because the reason is that, like, you understand, right? Like, also in the English, it's clear, right? In English as well, like, you had two subjects, but here, you just have one subject, right? So, similar, like, I'm not saying you can always do this, like English to German, but I'm just saying, like, how you follow, right? Also, one more thing, if you remember, so, and zu, so the second sentence does not have a subject, but it did have everything else. So it had a verb, bekommen. It also had the object Arbeitsmöglichkeiten bekommen. The subject is not there. It is just taken from here. One more thing, when you use zu, the verb with the zu, you don't have to conjugate it. That is a good thing. Okay, so when you do it, you don't have to conjugate, so it becomes easier, right? This is, I mean, let's say, if you use, I don't know, like, let's say I want to have more job opportunities, therefore. Uh, I am learning any other verb. I don't know, like, let's say some verb that, uh, for example, lernen, the conjugation is easy to remember, right? Bekommen is also, but let's say some verb whose conjugation is difficult to remember, then it becomes difficult, right? What I'm trying to say is, let's say if I replace I with you want to have more job opportunities, therefore you are learning German. Okay, for do, so do, it will be fine. Du willst mehr Arbeitsmöglichkeiten haben oder bekommen, deswegen lernst du Deutsch. It's fine. But let's say if the verb is a little bit difficult, which is difficult to conjugate, this one makes your life easier. Here you don't have to conjugate, right? The verb is used as it is. This you know from A2. One more thing. So those who, you should know this from A1, A2, but if not, let's look at the sentence structure. The first one, ich will mehr Arbeitsmöglichkeiten haben. This has two verbs. It has one verb, wollen, that is modal verb, and wollen has been conjugated for the subject ich. It becomes ich will. The second verb, haben, like when you use a modal verb, you only conjugate the modal verb. The other verb you don't conjugate, you leave it as it is, and it is at the last position. Okay? This is the good thing about modal verb. And there are just six. You should use them as often as you can, because Then if you remember this conjugations of this six modal verben, the other verbs you don't have to remember the conjugations. Okay, there are less chances of mistakes. When you use deswegen here, so there are three kinds of conjunctions, like three kinds based on the sentence structure. There are conjunctions like aduso, aber, den, un, sondern, oder. We learned this in A2. When you use this, there is no change in the sentence structure. If let's say, instead of therefore it was and I am learning German, then it would have been und ich lerne Deutsch. Okay, und ich lerne Deutsch. But because you use deswegen, this is the one category. So where the the conjugated verb follows immediately after the after the conjunction. Okay, if I'm saying if it was anything like aber, den, und, sondern, or oder, it would have been the conjunction ich lerne Deutsch. The sentence actually does not change, but because you use deswegen, ich has to leave its position and go after the verb. Okay, I am learning German. This is fine. Ich lerne Deutsch. Here again, you are using check. Damit. This is a different kind of conjunction. Notice when you used deswegen, the verb was immediately after the conjunction. When you use damit, the verb is actually at the last position. I hope you could follow, right? So when you use damit, the subject is there, but the verb, the conjugated verb, is at the last position. Now this is a hint for you. If you don't know, why this is happening, please go and revise. There are three kinds of conjunctions. For one category, there is no change in the sentence structure. For another category, the subject is after the verb, and for another category, like something like damit, the conjugated verb is at the last position. It's not that difficult to remember. Just there is a recording, if you can watch that as well. Okay. Next one. I'm learning German. I think this we discussed, right? Any questions, please ask. So,
Uh, like
yes.
so thus and damit is almost same. So thus.
Yeah, it's like, they are similar but not same. In English, you have thus, therefore, hence. They are
Yeah.
same, but you cannot, you can use them interchangeably, but there will be scenarios where you cannot, you know what I'm saying? When you are
Like,
writing, like hence proved, we remember
yeah.
hence, mathematics.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's the same. If you ask me right now, like specific examples where I can use only damit and where I can use this I don't think I can tell you right now. But yeah, it comes
Can't
with
do it.
examples.
Will come. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Suri, you have a question, please ask. Suri.
Rohit, one question here about umzu. Umzu will be always come together, or
So only tsu is needed, like whenever you want to say something, right? And you want to say why you are doing it, when the subject is the same, right? I mean, let's say if it was, I am learning German. Uh, is your question right? When I use tsu, I also have to use Is that your question?
yeah, yes, you're right. Yeah.
No, I mean, if you do it, it's fine. But the thing is, if I, let's say I say I'm learning German, right? Your question will be, I mean, if you are concerned about my life, you will say, why are you learning German, right? So whenever you want to answer a why, you have to use Okay.
Okay.
Another example. If I say ich freue mich, okay, ich freue mich, like I'm happy or I'm looking forward. Your question will be, what are you looking forward to, or what are you happy about? Then is not needed. Yeah. So
Okay.
let's say
Okay.
I'm happy. You say, why are you so smiling from one year to other? I say, I'm happy. Ich freue mich, eine Beförderung zu bekommen. I'm happy to get a promotion. Or I'm happy to see your face. There, whenever you are answering a what, is not needed most of the times. Whenever you are answering a why, is needed most of the times. Answers your question?
Yeah. So even if it is what situation, can be used, or
I'm not sure about exams. The teachers may cut he marks here and there. In real life, no one cares.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
mean, maybe if you are using it like wrong all the time, people may notice. But I mean, so I call myself like someone who is very practical. So as long as you start using it, that's fine. First of all, start using zu. Also start use and then like it's like when you write a paper, right? Write everything you can and then edit the incorrect stuff out. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Understood.
yeah,
Understood.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can use it, but I mean, like for example, like Arvind said, he's thinking and that's why he's slow, right? This will happen, right? So don't try to be correct. Just try to be fast and say as many things as you can. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
understood.
Yeah.
Understood. Yes. Yeah.
More
Thank you.
questions? Okay, let's continue. Just go back. So here, uh, let's talk about this. Let's say if it was I am learning. Let's look at a better example. Yeah, let's look at an example which I find funny, but let's see if you find it funny or not. You know, I am working hard to, uh, you know, so that I get a promotion. Okay. Another example. I am working hard so that my boss can get a promotion. Right. So, uh, of course, this one I can just write I'm working hard to get a promotion, but this one I cannot do it, right? Because, so this one I can just say, ich arbeite, so I'm working hard for what? To get a promotion, right? So, eine Beförderung zu bekommen, right? But can I also like similarly do it over here? Like, can I just copy this? Okay, it's hard and not hard. Okay. Here I cannot do it because here this sentence has a different subject. I'm working hard, and this one the subject is different, right? My boss. So here I cannot use it. So here I will have to use damit mein Chef eine Beförderung. I hope it's clear. Like for example, I'm saying when you are using damit, you can just use umzu, but only if the subject in both the sentence is the same. Here, I'm working hard so that my boss can get a promotion. Here, I cannot use umzu, right? Here, I have to use damit. I'm trying to help you understand the difference between umzu and damit. I hope it's clear. So,
Yeah.
right? Uh, yeah. So, like when the subject is the same, here just like subject, verb, object, damit, subject, object, verb, conjugated verb. When the subject is the same, need not be same, but can be same, with for damit. But when you use umsu, the subject has to be this. I mean, of course, right? In like otherwise, where is the subject, right? It has to take inference from this one. I hope it's clear what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Just to clarify here, Rohit.
Yeah.
So Omzu is only we need to use for when we talk about a first person, is it?
Not
Ourself.
that first person. When the subject is the same, I can also say that. Let's go.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
my boss is working hard. Mein Chef arbeitet hart. Now it's clear, right? Now I can just write when the
Okay.
subject is the same. Okay, mein Chef arbeitet hart, um eine Beförderung zu bekommen. Yeah.
Okay. Understood. When subject is same.
Yeah,
Okay.
subject is same. Yes. Uh, if not, so this is all from A2. Please ask any questions if you have. Someone is starting. Don't start companion mode. Okay. Uh, let's look at so this is all the what you discussed right now was all from A2. So you learned how to use tsu and of course umsu, right? So as I said, you don't need as long as the question that you are answering is a what kind of question. Uh, if there is a why kind of question, like I'm learning German, why are you learning German? So then you have to say Okay. Now, just let's look at like the sentence structure. Uh, let's go back. So here I am learning German. So you had a verb here as well. I mean, I'm saying like the sentence which was before zu, it had a verb, right? Normally it had a verb, and like it's like you're combining two different sentences, and there is a comma, right? There is a comma. I think you're confusing. Let's look at the examples, and then you'll understand. Anyone else apart from Arvind and Suri wants to read the sentences in this column on the right side? Yeah, Prisha, you can read. Please read. Okay, when you read them, right? Can you just read all of this? Like read not like read like like this way, and this way. I hope you
Yeah,
understand.
okay. This is Ruchi. Nach Verben anfangen, aufhören, sich entschieden, entscheiden, planen, vergessen, versuchen, verhaben, vorhaben, vorschlagen. Ich habe angefangen, Deutsch zu lernen.
Yes.
Nach
Just stop, please.
sein,
One mistake. Can you read this one more time? This part.
sich entscheiden.
Yes, entscheiden. Yeah. Read again these two, please.
Anfangen,
Read.
aufhören.
Okay, okay. Now I think there was a mistake in the first time. Okay, continue. Next row, please. Read, please.
Nach sein, finden, Adjektiven. Sein, anstrengen, interessant, finden, gut, langweilig. Ich finde es anstrengend, Deutsch zu lernen. Es ist langweilig, Hausaufgaben zu machen. Nach haben, machen, Adjektiven. Haben, Lust, Bock, Zeit, machen Spaß. Ich habe Zeit, dir zu helfen. Ich habe keine Lust, ins Fitnessstudio zu gehen.
Please read this word one more time, please.
Adjektiven,
No, yeah, adjectiven.
Adjektiven.
This is not J, this is yacht. So
Yeah,
also you have to open your mouth when you say it's not English, it's adjectiven.
adject, adjectiven.
Adjectiven. Okay, it takes some. I'm saying, when you say open your mouth as much as you can. It may sound weird, but we are used to saying when we say we are reading it like as if you're reading English. This is not good.
Yes,
But yeah, uh, you know,
adjectiven.
yes. Thank you very much for reading. Just read the last two sentences as well. I don't know if you read on them or not. This one, this row, this cell.
Ich habe Zeit, dir zu helfen. Ich habe keine Zeit, keine Lust, ins Fitnessstudio zu gehen.
Okay, thank you very much. Right. So I don't know if you notice, like so here what is telling you is that three places where you can use infinitive metsu when nach and like nach simply means after verbs. So verbs like anfangen, aufhören, sich entscheiden, planen, vergessen, versuchen, vorhaben, vorschlagen. Example, ich habe angefangen. Like what did you start? Deutsch zu lernen, right? Forgot the name Siri, right? So you asked me, right, like when to use and when to not to use right? So here, if I say ich habe angefangen, like I have started, you'll be asked like what have you started, right? The question is what. So is not needed, right? Uh, Similarly, ich habe angefangen Deutsch zu lernen. Ich habe aufgehört Deutsch zu lernen. Again, this ich habe angefangen. This is in past tense. I can just say ich fange an Deutsch zu lernen. Okay, ich höre auf. What does aufhören mean, Ruchi?
End.
Yeah. Uh, yes, someone gave the answer. Yeah, it's best, if the person I ask only they answer. It's okay. Aufhören means to end. Anfangen is to start. Aufhören means to end. Ruchi, what does sich entscheiden mean?
Someone who takes a decision
Not someone, just to take a decision. Like
to
sich
take a
entscheiden is the verb. Ich entscheide mich. To take a decision. Please give me the meanings of the next ones as well in this cell.
planen would be planning
To
for
plan. Okay, to
to
plan.
plan.
It's a verb.
Vergessen to forget.
Yes.
Versuchen to look.
Nah.
Um,
Nah. Nah.
Vorhaben.
Bazooka means something else. Uh, you know, there are times when you fail in life, but you must always get up and give one more.
Chance.
No, try to try.
Right.
Yeah, bazooka
Versuchen.
means to try. Yeah.
Vorhaben. I'm not sure of the next two ones.
It's like Monday is there, and to like mid Monday. This is a good week because on Wednesday we all have holiday. So if you take holiday on Thursday and Friday, then you can take a big vacation, and then you tell me that you're going on a vacation. I will ask what is your
Plan like a planning. What have
yeah
you planned
yeah.
for ahead?
Vorhaben means to plan, or like vorhaben, like what do you, yeah, something like plan. Ich hab vorhaben means to plan. Yeah.
And vorschlagen. Also, I'm not aware.
In life there are many, like whenever you are feeling like like low in life, uh, you should talk to your friends because then they can give you right kind of
Motivation, advice,
Suggestion, suggestion.
as a advice suggestion. Yeah, yeah. Motivation is motivation. Yeah.
motivation. Yeah.
I need to come better with better stories. So, but you understand, right? Now,
Yes.
plan for Haben, like they mean almost the same, but there is a difference, and this difference you will unlearn only if you interact with Germans, or you are some at a place where your ears are, you only learn with this practice. Okay, uh,
Mhm.
so uh, yes, you understand, right? So now you use these verbs, and then like this is simple to understand, right? After verbs, how to work. The next one, nach, sein, finden, like So let's look at example. Ich finde es anstrengend. You find something. What anstrengend means? What does anstrengend mean, Ruchi?
Anstrengend would be excitement.
No. It's excitement,
Pain.
but you are not happy about. Yeah. Okay, let's give Adam a try. Yeah, Adam, you want to ask questions? Yeah. Adam, you can.
I think an anstrengend means exhausting.
I apologize, Adam. I will have to there is too much background noise where you are from.
That's okay.
Please mute yourself. If you, I don't know if you can do something about background noise, you can unmute yourself. Anstrengen means, like it's, uh, uh, yeah, Rashri, please tell us the meaning.
It's exhausting, I guess.
Something like that. Anstrengen means like
Stressful.
you're not happy about it. Yeah. Yeah.
Stressful.
Stressful as well. Stressful as well. So here, you use the verb finden. Now, if you really think about like what is the difference between like like why is this not in this category, like it's also a verb, right? Even I asked the same question, but you have to understand the logic. Like nach sein finden, like es ist langweilig. You are using the verb sein. Now you'll ask, like is finden and sein are they not verbs? They are verbs, but if you have to like, yeah, they have categorized just for the sake of categorizing these three things, these two things. So ich finde is anstrengend. You use the verb finden, and what do you find? Whichever way you find it, and then you tell, like I find it blah blah to do blah blah. Ich finde es anstrengend, Deutsch zu lernen. You can also say, ich finde es gut, ins Fitnessstudio zu gehen. Now it is boring to do homework, Hausaufgaben, right? Next one, nach haben machen. Again, the same question you can ask, like are haben machen sein finden not verbs? They are verbs. It's just that they tell you to, these are kind of like redemitals. So, for example, as I said, ich finde es anstrengend, Deutsch zu lernen. You can replace anstrengend, Deutsch, and lernen with like with a lot of things, and you will get different sentences, right? Same applies to this one as well. Es ist langweilig, Hausaufgaben zu machen. You can just take langweilig away, and then you can write whatever adjective you want to write, right? Or you can keep langweilig as it is, replace Hausaufgaben with something else. I don't know. Es ist langweilig. Yeah, I don't know if anyone will say it, but like Filme zu gucken, to watch movies. Next one, haben and machen. These two are, ich hab Zeit. So like Lust haben, Bock haben. Anyone uh, tell me what is Lust and Bock? Wants to tell me what is ich hab Lust, ich hab Bock? Anyone who has been living?
Lust means desire or want to something.
Yeah. So yeah, Rashri. Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Rishi. Yeah, Rashri. What do you want to say?
Yeah, lust means fun, I guess.
Yeah, but just one advice, don't use this in your office if no one else is using it. Wait for someone else to use it and then use it, okay? Bok, do not use it. I mean, I will never use it in front of my boss unless and until I see that boss has used it a quite number of times, and then I can also this kind of like not very formal way to speak. I'm not saying it's not polite. I'm just saying it's not formal. Okay, it's nothing
Okay.
impolite. Polite. It's just not formal. Okay, ich hab Bock, ich hab Lust. So ich habe keine Lust ins Fitnessstudio zu gehen. I'm saying, you know, I mean, there is no need to for the first column, but you understand, right? So at least one homework that you can do, you have like at least, I don't know, like, so I have given you 4 sentences, and like the first one has also a lot of verbs. You can try to write different sentences, that you think you may end up saying in your life, okay? Or someone says this. This is a homework for you if you want to do. Okay, any questions? Yes, sorry, we have a question.
One question. I have a doubt on the long whileish. Is it we need to talk as a long whileic or a long whileish?
Depending on where you stay. So where I stay near Düsseldorf, it's Langweilisch, but I think if you go to Berlin, it will be Langweilig.
Okay.
It depends. It
Is it
depends where you live. Yeah.
is it same applies to the fetish?
Yeah. So some people say fetish, some people say fetig. Yeah. It's like some people say
Okay.
swansig, some people will say swansig. It's up to you. I mean, depending on where you
Uh,
live. Yeah.
okay. So I was a little confused. People will say differently. So
Yeah, yeah.
that's why.
I also change. So there is a city next to my like where I live. It's the city name is Duisburg or Duisburg. So I had a flatmate. He called it Duisbusch, but everyone else I knew called it Duisburg. So when I'm talking to
Yeah.
him, I mean, it's not like he forced me to, but because it's for me it's just language, right? So I will just change the way I talk depending on how you talk. So with him, I had to say Duisbusch. For with everybody else in my life, I had to say Duisburg. Yeah, hope that answers your
Okay.
question.
Understood, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So
Most
what do you suggest, like what we should learn in the first attempt, so that in exams we must be like more clear?
exam, you can go with Langweilisch. Yeah,
Okay.
it's not incorrect. Langweil because this is what I learned in Gyothe. I'm uh, I'm saying no teacher is going to cut your marks based on this. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, but go with Langweilisch. It's fine. Go with Swansig. Go with Duisburg. Yeah, yeah, something like that. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I do it. I change the way I talk because I think I mean, it's something as you know, when you talk to someone, if you use the words they are using, they feel connected to you. Not just about German, you know, like even if you're talking in English or if you use the same words, which vocabulary which they are using, there is some kind of connection and life becomes easier. Just what I think. Yeah. More questions. Okay. That was all about Infinity Mitsu. Let's look at a few more things. Let's look at like the construction one more time. So let me just go back. Here you look like how to use umsu. You have the main sentence, right? Hauptsatz, and like when you use umsu, uh, after between like after tsu at the last position, okay, just before the full stop, you will have the verb in infinitive format, and before tsu you may have the object, okay. And if the this part is answering a why kind of question, like I'm learning German, why are you learning German? If it's answering a why kind of question, you use if it is not answering a why kind of question, if it is answering a w kind of question, for example, ich habe angefangen, was hast du angefangen, what did you start, it's not asking, it's answering a what kind of question and not a why kind of question, so is not needed, okay. So this is what this not so good looking table is telling you. You have the Hauptsatz, then you put a comma, right? Then you put a comma, and at the last position you have the verb in infinitive format, and just before the verb you have zu, and here you have the object, right? And this thing is called as Nebensatz. No need to worry, just no need to know, like nobody's going to ask him what is half Nebensatz. But so you have the verb at the last position, infinitive format. Just before the verb you have zu, and just before zu you have the object. Now that object can be nominative, accusative, dative, or genitive case depending on the verb. Okay, so whenever the verb is sein, heißen, also sometimes werden, the object will be nominative. For most of the other cases, it will be accusative. For a handful of verbs, 50 to 100 verbs, 50 is fine. This object will be in genitive case. For example, when you have the verb helfen, here you check, ich habe Zeit, dir zu helfen. I did not say dich, I said dir because helfen is a dative kind of verb. Okay, helfen is a dative kind of verb. Questions? I mean, this table is not. I mean, you understand, right? When you use umzu, just have to know that the verb is at the last position before the full stop. Just before the verb is infinitive format. Just before the verb you have zu, and here you can have object if you want to. Okay. Okay. Questions? No questions. Let's look. Also, you noticed one more thing. So when you use this, the verb in the after zu, if it's a normal verb, it's fine. But what if it is a trennbare verb? Trennbare verb, the verbs which have a prefix. For example, instead of let's look,
Einzukaufen.
sorry,
Einzukaufen. like
Einzukaufen,
einkaufen.
yeah, Einzukaufen. Let's say Arvind and I are very good flatmates, and this was his week to buy the groceries, and he comes back, and I say, and he's like, I forgot to buy ich habe vergessen, Sachen einzukaufen, So Einzukaufen, right? So when you use a trennbare verb, the prefix and the verb just make some space and add the zu in between. Okay, it's not that difficult to remember. Okay, so instead of lernen, if I had aufhören, it would be aufzuhören. If I had vorhaben, it would be vorzuhaben. Don't say verzugessen because this is not separable prefix. Okay, whenever you have fair, most of the times it is not separable. Vorschlagen, it's separable, so vorzuschlagen. Yeah. Uh, let's look at, you learned this right? Also learn ohne and anstatt. Now, how do you use ohne and anstatt? Uh, you know, just by logic, like when can you use it? Arvind, if you don't mind helping us, like when can you use ohne and anstatt? Examples.
um, like literal meaning owner is without.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to for example learning Deutsch itself, without book or without note I cannot write.
Yeah. So
So ohne Heft nicht zu schreiben.
something like that, so whenever you, for example, ich finde es anstrengend to learn without you. If there's something, I find it exhausting to learn without you. Ich finde es anstrengend ohne dich zu lernen. Yeah, something like that. uh, Unstart will be like, uh, let's say, Arvind and I are very good flatmates, and like it's a long weekend, and I say, Arvind, like let's go to eat some at some place. Arvind is like, no, ich mag, ich mag, yeah, okay, not a good example. I mean, unstart will be like where you can say instead. Okay, we'll look at examples when we go there. I have some examples. Just telling you, like, you can also do this. Okay, so owner and unstart, instead of you can use owner and unstart. But when you use owner, you are saying without something, and unstart will be instead something. Let's we'll understand owner and unstart with the help of examples. Any questions? Any apart from that? Okay. Feel free to ask, guys. All questions are fine. Yes, Arvind, can you help us? So I think that was the grammar part, guys. We will now do some exercises where we want to say some things in German. These sentences I think I use in real life. You can also use in real life, and you can also tweak a little bit. You can change the subject, change the object, and the sentence becomes something different. Arvind, would you mind telling us how do I say this in German?
Yeah, ich versuche besser zu werden.
Very good. So I am trying. Ich versuche to get, like werden, besser, better, right? Besser zu werden. Uh, what? How do you say I'm trying to get richer, Arvind?
Ich versuche reiche zu werden.
Very good, right? So this is one hint. Replace better with whatever you want. Like the new. I mean, I don't think it's even late to make some resolutions for this year. It's just 4 months have gone. Like whatever I'm trying to, whatever you want to become. Like fitter, richer, healthier, compassionate, whatever, like replace that and sentences you will get. This is the homework. Yes, Arvind, can you please help us with this one as well?
Ja, ich versuche ihn anzurufen.
Your grammar is very good. Thank you. So, ihn, right? Not ihm. Anrufen is
Yeah,
affirmative, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So, not is right. Zu is in between. The verb is anrufen, and because it's separable, you make some space, and su just takes that position. Please help us with this one as well, Arvind.
Hard to get a pay rise. Du solltest hard work, how we say?
No, don't say hard work. Just say work. Du solltest arbeiten. Hard
Yeah.
will be just be one more adverb. Yeah.
Okay. Du solltest arbeiten to get a pay rise.
No, but you also have to say hard. How do you say hard? That was the example I gave right in the beginning. You remember? Just replace D with T and you will get it. Heart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Du solltest ja arbeiten hart
Du solltest hart arbeiten. So the verb is always at the last position.
yeah. Du solltest hart arbeiten, Peerreise, mehr Geld, mehr Geld zu bekommen.
Okay, what is pay? Whatever nouns do you know about salary? Just tell me those.
Yeah, pay is like Zahlen,
No, no, no. But you're talking about salary. So what is salary in German?
Gehalt.
Okay, Gehalt is fine. So Gehalt, and if I tell you the noun for raise is Erhöhung, then what is pay
Uh,
raise? You combine Arbeit Möglichkeiten with S, right? Combine this also with S. So Gehaltserhöhung.
oh, Gehaltserhöhung.
Now,
Yeah,
now please read this sentence as if you have said it
Ja,
100 times.
sie sollten hart arbeiten, eine Gehaltserhöhung zu bekommen.
Very good, right? So, this sentence, it's difficult to say. If you have, I mean, not Arvind, but anyone else has trouble saying Om loud, don't, like fuss about it. Like, don't, like, think about that you can say something. So, someone asked me in the group that how to say, like, longer sentences. Just practice, you know. Like, so you say it like this, Sie sollten hart arbeiten, eine Gehaltserhöhung zu bekommen. Now 2x speed. Sie sollten hart arbeiten, eine Gehaltserhöhung zu bekommen. 3x. Sie sollten arbeiten to a point where you start fumbling, and then you can speak at normal speed. Thank you very much, Armin. Anyone else wants to help us with the next sentences? Anyone? Please raise your hand. Come on. Uh, yeah, Rishi, you can try. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. He has created a ticket to replace his laptop. Hat ein Ticket created, I don't know. Can just say created. Seinen Laptop zu tauschen.
Okay. Anyone knows how to say create? You have to know this one. All those work in IT. You create tickets all the time.
Shuffling.
No, 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 wrong. Rajshri, what is your answer?
Uh, I guess Estellen.
Very good. Estelle. So, Estelle. Like all those guys, like, this is a common ticket. I don't know if you know those, like, whenever you work in I or wherever, like, whenever it's a big company, whenever you want get something done from the IT team, you create a ticket. Like, it's kind of like create a form and then they do your job. Er hat ein Ticket erstellt, seinen Laptop zu tauschen. Rajshri, please help us with this one, this sentence.
Sir, I'm so bad in German.
It's fine, we all are. Continue.
I'm very much scared.
No, it's fine. I mean, this is a safe place to make mistakes, right? If not here, then where? Rishi, please wait.
Er ist mein Wunsch.
Yeah,
Er ist mein Wunsch.
not air, right? S. Air will be he. It is S. S.
Es
This is,
ist mein Wunsch. Äh, mm,
how do you say to become?
so, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Give your answer. Yeah.
Es ist mein Wunsch, Senior Data Engineer zu werden.
Very good.
Something.
Yeah, that's correct, right? That's it. Now say it like as if you have said that 100 times.
Es ist mein Wunsch, Senior Data Engineer zu werden.
Yes. Now this
Es,
sentence, very good. This is how you should speak, right? Now, I don't know why you were hesitating. Like, I mean, if you say it like this, and if you just write, like this sentence is what something you can use when you are appearing for data, like any interviews, right? One question that all of they will all will ask, what is your 5-year plan? Where do you see yourself, or what do you want to achieve? This is my wish, right? Like this is something what I say. This is my wunsch. Like I'm somewhere between junior and senior, so I want to become. This is what something I say. Just replace this senior data engineer with something that is related to your profession. I don't know what that
right.
is.
So in German we say Ingenieur or something to
Yeah, you
engineer.
see that. Yeah, it will be like Senior Daten Engineer, but I mean, it's fine. Like you can use English words. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Again, engineer. You can also say engineer, but at least what I learned, it should be engineer. But people say engineer as well, depending on where you stay in Germany. Yeah.
Okay, engineer.
Yeah, for you, if from your voice, of course, I can guess you're like a girl or a woman. So for you, it will be engineering.
Engineering.
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
professor, professorin, student, studentin, uh,
Yes.
politica, politikerin, right?
Right.
Idiot, idiotin, right? Yeah. Please give us this one as well. Yeah, Rashri, you have to give us this one.
Okay. To me, ich habe anfangen. Ich habe anfangen zu gehen Gym.
Now, zugehen will be there. Now, that like nothing can be after zugehen. So, zugehen is at the last
Ich
place.
habe, ich habe anfangen ein Gym, like Fitnessstudien zu gehen.
Okay, let's see if Rishi can help us correct your sentence. Rishi, can you do mind?
Ich habe angefangen, regelmäßig in Fitnessstudio zu gehen.
Right. So Rishi said angefangen, and you were saying anfangen because this is past tense. Like in here, you have anfangen is the verb, and you have to use participle zwei of anfangen. That is angefangen. Yeah.
Correct.
Zugehen, right? Where do you want to go? Fitness studio. Ins Fitness studio gehen. Okay. It's actually in das Fitness studio, but you just write instead of in and das, you just write ins. Okay.
Ins.
Regelmäßig, regularly. Rishi, please help us with this one.
Sure. I forgot to forward the email to you.
Yeah.
Ich habe vergessen, die E-Mail an dich weiterzuleiten.
Very good. So I forgot. Ich habe vergessen again. Like haben. It's past tense, so you use haben or sein. Normally you use haben. Haben conjugate for ich habe. Vergessen participle zwei is also vergessen. That is not a big deal. What did you forget? To send something, right? Weiterzuleiten. And when you use weiterleiten, you have to use an, like to say, like, to whom. So dich. Okay. After that, it will be accusative. Okay. Dich, the email. Adam, please help us with this one. If you're still there, I don't know. Yeah, you're still there, right? Adam, you can unmute yourself. Okay. So, yeah,
Background is not.
yeah,
My
please.
background.
Yeah.
My background is. Ich finde es anstrengend.
Okay, so there is one extra two. Should be only one two. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, please give the answer.
Ich finde es anstrengend, früher aufzustehen.
Very good. So, please read as if you have said it 100 times. Okay, no problem. Vinay, you wanted to read or you wanted to ask?
No, I want to answer it.
Okay, now please read, then you can answer the next. Please read this one more time.
Ich finde es schwierig, früh aufzustehen.
Yeah. So, Adam said früher. It's wrong because früher will be earlier, So, gut, besser, am besten. Früh, früher, am frühesten. Schnell, schneller, am schnellsten. So, I'm saying early, I'm not saying earlier. So, early is früh. Aufstehen is the verb because it's separable. You put su in between. Vinay, please help us. Please help us with this one. Sorry, one second. Like this sentence, I don't know if you want to say, but this applies to many of us, right? All the sentences, you can say these things, right? I started to go to gym regularly and so on. All the sentences are applied to your life. Yes, Vinay, sorry. Can you please help us with this one?
Yeah. I don't know. Impossible is unmöglich. Is this correct?
Yeah, no problem. Try. Yeah.
Okay. Es ist fast unmöglich. Mein Kind, I don't know, keep away. How do you say keep away?
Let's see, Rashri. Maybe she wants to help you. Yeah, Rashri.
Yeah.
This sentence I read so many times, so I know it. Es ist fast unmöglich, mein Kind vom Fernsehen fernzuhalten.
Where did you read it so many times?
Yeah, actually, just to tell to my kid.
Okay.
So I learned few sentences, so that was easier for me.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, but why is it form, Rajshri? Like,
I don't know.
so
That-
yeah. So it's like fawn. So when you
Something like
use,
that.
yeah. So keyed, like the sentence is like. Let me just so. I mean, of course, we are focusing on umsu, but I mean, hope that you have some context from A2. The verb is von, etwas, dative, fernhalten. So to keep away from something, and whatever that something will be, it will be in dative case. Okay. So von Fernseher, and Fernseher happens to be masculine. So masculine in dative case, like it's there, but in dative case it will become them. So von dem Fernseher, and von dem you can just okay, makes sense. Vom Fernseher fernzuhalten, makes sense. Please ask.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have 6 minutes. Yes, Vinay, please help us with this one as well.
Ich plane nach Paris zu reisen.
Very good. Why not nach why I'm not saying nach Paris zu reisen? Why not
You said normally is like normally when you try to answer why.
Yeah, and here you're answering what, right? If you say I plan,
Yeah.
like, and my question will like, what are you planning, right? So
Yeah.
yes. Tamjit, please help us with this one. Tamjit, you have to answer. This is the second session.
Okay. Er vergessen to do his homework. I don't know what homework is.
Come on, you should know what homework is in German.
Home is house. Arbeiten. Okay, Hausarbeit.
Okay, for some reason that logic worked for you. Yeah, Hausarbeit is also homework, but the correct word will be Hausaufgaben. Yeah.
Hausaufgaben. Okay.
Yeah.
If we say Hausarbeit, it is doing course, right?
Something like that. Yeah, Hausarbeit is, yeah, even I'm confused. Like, I don't know. I think I have used, some people use Hausarbeit as homework, but I'm not sure what exactly Hausarbeit means. But like his logic worked for him. Yeah. 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 So,
Okay.
yeah, Tamjit, read this
Yeah.
one.
Er vergisst seine Hausaufgaben zu machen.
Now, if you, because I know Tamjit, you also like you are someone who speaks at normal pace. So for you, it's fine. Everyone else, don't read the way Tamjit reads. Yeah, Suri, you have a question?
I have a question about the first statement, er vergisst. Yeah. So
Yeah.
is this past tense or
No, it's present tense, right? Past will be
forgot?
okay. F vergaß. It will be or a heart vergessen. I'm saying forgets, right? I'm not saying forgot. So if I want to say he forgot, so he forgot. There are two ways to say. I will say a heart, so a heart, and then I will have to use uh, participe zwei of vergessen, that is vergessen. Or to make your life difficult, you can also say er vergaß. This is like preteritum. Don't do go this way. Life is easier whenever you want to say something in past tense. Subject, either use haben or sein, and the verb in participe zwei. Okay. Most of the times, haben works. When do you use sein? Whenever the verb is describing some kind of motion, like moving, traveling, sleeping, like falling asleep, waking up. If I please ask if it did not answer your question, Suri.
Yes, yeah. So I little confused. Forget means I thought forgot. Yeah. So okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yes, Tamjit, this one.
Okay, I will try. Ich
trying was the we saw this verb. You were not paying attention. I am trying.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Mhm. Mm, No, I can't remember. Try. Yeah. Sorry.
okay, no problem. Please pay attention. Let's see if Vinay wants to answer. Yeah, Tamjit, maybe please pay attention. Okay. Yeah, Vinay, you want to answer,
Ich glaube, ich versuche besser zu kochen.
right? Yeah. So, versuche besser zu kochen. 1 second. Yeah. So there is a chance that this call will end abruptly. When this ends, I will post the link in the group. Please join. Okay. This call may end abruptly in 2 minutes, so please join using that link, and we'll continue. Yes. Well, let's see someone else. Ganesh, you did not say anything. Please, if you don't mind.
Sorry, I logged in with my
No problem.
husband's account, but yeah, I'm Lakshmi.
Yeah. Hi, Lakshmi. Please answer. Yeah.
Wir müssen lernen, Deutsch zu sprechen.
Very good. But why are you speaking as if you are like 5 year old? Speak as if you are about 20. I'm saying like
Wir
speak
müssen,
without pauses, speak with confidence.
okay, wir müssen lernen, Deutsch zu sprechen.
Yeah. So this was too fast. But I'm saying, I have to mind my language, right? Right. So yeah, when you can say something, like I see sometimes people they will say ich heiße. Why? This is a simple sentence. At least say this with confidence, okay? And it's not like fake confidence. You know how to say it. Whatever you can say as if you invented the language.